this around. Okay, I don't understand why I'm going live like this, but it won't let me change it. So this is the way it's going to work. All right, hold on. Give me a second here. I need to adjust. I need to adjust how I'm going to do this because it's not wanting to work with me here. So I got to adjust my mount that this is on. All right, hold on. Why is my computer turning off on me now? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on. This I don't understand. This is what happens when you don't go live for like a year. Everything kind of, you're forced to like film it in a way that you're like, why is it doing it like this? And my computer just turned off and this thing wants to fall over. Oh my gosh, seriously? I feel like I'm a rookie again. Seriously, my computer's dead. And I don't understand why. Oh, wait a minute, it's coming back. Oh, it rebooted? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, hold on. All right, I think it's back. All right, let's try this again. Hold on. I was prepared, but I guess I got to work on. All right, I guess this is the challenge of going live, and you're the only one who's trying to set this up. So sorry that this is the way it's got to look, but I don't have another way of changing it. It won't let me unlock it. It's locked in this position. I should have gone live on, I guess, a mobile, but I guess most people are watching it on their phone. I don't know, but cheers. Hey, everyone. My name is David. I'm the Plant Powered Runner, and I started this YouTube channel a long time ago. I used to do a lot of lives, but I've kind of taken a step back like 3 years ago. And then I think last year I only did one. And before that, it was like 3 years ago. And then before that, it was the lockdown time. So anyways, thanks for hopping in and wanting to chat and whatnot. And I wanted to talk a little bit about running because it's a running channel, and you guys can ask me any questions that you want. Just comment below. There's like about a 5-second delay on the chats. So yeah, if you're commenting below, seriously, I love hearing what you guys have to say. It doesn't matter. It helps these lives go a lot easier. Otherwise, I'm the only one talking, and it's great that you could, go ahead and chime in. So please go ahead and do so. It really helps me. So, one of the things, I have my computer that I'm going to be looking at. So basically, before I kind of get into some of what I wanted to talk about, I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm seeing, oh, Julie, you're in the chat today. Awesome. Sarah's in here as well. Sophia, thanks. Appreciate it. And there's like 27. Holy crap. There's like so many people already. So anyways, I wanted to say thank you for watching the videos, for just chilling and enjoying what I put out, because there's a lot of you that reach out to me, whether it's by an email or I read in the comments. I haven't been the greatest in terms of, replying back to everyone's comments. There's just been a lot going on in life. Things seem to just be really stressed out lately, and I'm just trying to just get through day by day, if you know what I mean. It's kind of hard in our polarized world, so to speak. So I'm just trying to navigate my day, and that's just the way it rolls. So anyways, you like my hat? I love this hat. I've had this hat like forever. And if I look a little bit red, I literally just finished my run 15 minutes ago, and I literally came in, took my stuff off, got my computer and got my coffee, and I'm here ready to go. I'm gonna go as long as people want to hear what I have to say and have this conversation. So okay, so this is hilarious. So Fred is here and Julie is here. You guys have been here, some of my OGs. So thank you for being here. I do appreciate that. So it's so great to see you guys here. Thanks a lot. Anyways, I got to read some of the comments and stuff that kind of come in. Yo, Julie. And Philip is here. Hey, Dave. Well, hello, hello, hello. And are you guys, okay, comment below. I need to know, are you guys watching on a computer or are you watching on your phone? That's what I would like to know. And I still need to figure out how I can fix this, because it just seems like it's not centered. Here we go, I guess. I'm sorry that it's facing this way, but it's locked. I couldn't change it. This is just the default that it's set to, and I couldn't adjust it. I would have had to set up another stream, and then it would just get really confusing. So I'm just doing my best as it is right now. So anyways, that's kind of cool. Anyways, how's the audio? I'd like to know. That's just one of those other things. I do have a microphone, but last time, like a year ago, I used it and people couldn't really hear me that well. So I'm just using my phone right here and I got my laptop over there. So that was just one of the things that I got going on. Spy pad, Fred says. Okay, so I guess, I had some things I wanted to talk about, but, I'm going to kind of look a little bit over at my screen here. But, most runners think we need to run harder to get faster. And I believed that too, but it really nearly broke me. And there was a big problem, right? And this mindset just doesn't stall progress. It shortens my career, I guess, with running, because I kind of burned out is what really kind of happened. And between the YouTube channel and my running and daily life as to everything that was going on with my wife, I know a lot of people have asked me like what's going on. And we still don't really know. She's got like this racing heart that goes crazy, and it's like she's running a marathon at top speed and she's just sitting down. We've tried a lot of different things. We have a lot of different tests that are out in the world right now, waiting back for results. I don't know if it's long COVID. I don't know if it's locked in with fibromyalgia. I don't know if it's locked in with a number of other things that are going on, because it's not just racing heart. It's so many different things, and every day is different. So that's one of the challenges that I'm working through right now. And so I'm just trying to help as much as I can. So I've had a little bit of a journey with my running, and I thought that I was running and I was doing everything right, and everything that I learned over the years. But it's a learning in progress, and I've changed a number of things on what I've been doing with my running. And one of them is kind of taking a step back a little bit, so that way I can see the forest for the trees, if you know what I mean. And one of those things is I've been going to the gym a little bit more, and I've been experimenting with the treadmill. I never liked going on the treadmill ever. I hated it. It was one of those things I just didn't want to do. And over the years, a couple of my friends have gotten gym memberships. My business partner has gotten a gym membership. He talked me into doing that about a year ago. I started going, I started lifting, and I'll tell you, it's really helped me a lot. So I've had to take some of my time away from running to make sure that I could still have a strong body, because I still want to run that 100 miler. It still hasn't gone away. It's still there. But between work, looking after family, doing all of the things around the house, keeping just everything kind of going, it's been a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a lot. And with everything that's going on down in down south, I'm an empath. I pick up a lot of things that are going on, and my heart's breaking. I have so many friends in the United States, and they're terrified as to what's happening. And my heart's going out to them. I can't do anything. And it really, it hurts, to be quite honest, to see what's been going on. I mean, there's so much, seems to be so much hate, and that affects me in a big way. I'm a very positive guy and I like to give to others, but it's been hard. I'm not going to lie about that. It's just, it's rough. Okay, so what is Fred saying? Fred says, portrait makes you look slimmer. Ah, thanks, man. I'm trying. I think I'm a little bit slimmer. Side view, right? It's not too bad. I'm trying. So if anyone's in Ontario, it is insane outside right now. I just got back from a run, and I am going to tell you, the headwind that I was running into just made me want to cry. Like, I just uploaded to Strava before I went live, and I tell you, seriously, it looked like my eyeballs were melting because there was so much ice that had built up, and I came home and literally my eyes were just watering everywhere. Crazy, crazy, crazy weather. So it's hard running on this stuff, right? I don't know. I know the US right now, like my buddy who is in, I think he's in Raleigh. Is it South Carolina or North Carolina? Raleigh, South Carolina, north, south? I can't remember. Anyways, my geography is a little rough when it goes further south. But anyways, he is saying that he's getting about 2 inches of freezing rain. And I'm like, he goes, we have no resources to deal with this. We have no snow clearing or melting or ice or snow facility to get rid of it all, right? None of that. And so, yeah, they're having a rough time. So anyways, that's what's going on. So anyone who's, apparently Texas is just a disaster. Nobody's on the roads, and if they are, they're stuck on the road or in a ditch, or it's, yeah. But right now it's snowing, but not a lot. It'll pick up later on in the day, and then at some point it'll shift over, and it'll stop. And then when it stops, all will be good, and snow will be cleared, and the commute tomorrow should be perfectly fine. So that's kind of, I don't mind running in this stuff. I'm so used to it. You just got to dress for it. I find it's easier going to the gym than it is dressing to go out to run in this stuff. I would rather drive to the gym and then go for a run on a treadmill, which is going to lead into a video that I'm going to do, because I want to share what's been going on with me in the treadmill and how it looks like I'm improving just from treadmill run to treadmill run, compared to what it's like when I'm out on the roads and in the real world, so to speak, right? So, all right, Real Doug says, boxers or briefs? Actually, none. I got these flannel pants that I'm wearing. Whenever I come in from a run, I throw on my flannels, and it feels warm because I'm so cold when I come back. It's crazy. All right, Corey, what do you got? Hey, Dave, been watching for a few years. Thanks for all the motivation. You're very welcome, man. I certainly try. I really enjoy doing these live videos, right? Because first off, there's no editing. It's raw. It's me talking to you. I don't have to sit there and try to figure out how I'm going to formulate how this video is going to work, because when I have you here, you can ask me questions, and it does make it go a little bit easier. You can tell me what's going on in your world, right? I'd love to know, right? Tell me how your training's going. Tell me where you're from. I don't know, anything I have on your mind. It really does help. Now, for a lot of you, you probably know I started using this whole Maffetone method, like running slow, right? I started using that. And over the years, I've found that it's really, it has helped me a lot. But I also do miss the days where I could run faster, right? Like those tempo runs, stuff like that. And so I've tried to incorporate a number of those onto the channel as well. But one thing that I noticed, because I was doing an analysis, and I'll probably do a video on this, and I'm going to be talking about the types of videos that do well on the channel. And I'm actually going to break it down and show you the videos, the views, what they make, what the channel makes, and kind of my plan for moving forward on the channel as well, along with my training that'll kind of supplement, like they'll both go hand in hand, if you know what I mean. So again, from Maffetone method, zone 2, just kind of talking about just some truths that I've kind of found along the way, because I think that's always important to know. Also, I've had a couple of people ask me about kind of what's going on with this. So right here, I don't know if you can really see, I got tennis elbow. It's the craziest thing, right? So I got a tennis elbow, and it's yeah, this has been really sore, but I can actually touch this area now, which I couldn't do for a long time, since like July it started. And because of that, because I've been doing a lot of like riding my bike in the summer, again, a lot of typing, driving, even editing videos, because I do a lot of my editing on my videos on my phone. And I'm sitting there kind of like this, lying down, and I'm trying to edit, and I'm holding it in a certain way. And then when I put my arm down, it hurts so much. So I've been kind of trying to adjust and shift things around so that way it doesn't hurt, like changing how I edit. So I've been doing a lot more standing up, right? I don't have a stand-up desk, but standing up certainly does help. And that's something that I've been trying to do. The other thing I've also been trying to weave into the videos, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm trying to weave in that whole motivation kind of side, not necessarily motivation, but I don't know, maybe the discipline side of it, or running as a daily practice. I mean, running is literally how I process life. That's one of the things that I do. I mean, it's not necessarily to punish the body like we had to deal with when we were at school, right? I don't know if you ever remember when you're at school and the teacher would say, okay, you're late for class, Waters. Okay, laps, right? Like I used to have that. And, I was like, okay, cool. And I remember one day after I finished doing laps, he goes, why did you run, an extra couple of laps? And I'm like, well, last time I was late, I ran so many laps. So I thought I would run a couple more to see how I would do. He hated that. He hated it. But he was also the running coach. I was on the cross country team. And so we stopped using that as a punishment for me, because he knew that I actually enjoyed running. So I was like, okay, Mr. Gillen, sorry about that, but it works for me. But I don't know if any of you guys have ever had that kind of encounter, right? So, all right, Philip, what are we saying here? Okay, week 4 of 6 base training completed, but no long run this weekend because of the polar vortex. Yeah, we'll probably add another 3 weeks of base before I add some threshold work as the weather improves. Absolutely. I wanted to head out I wanted to use my Kuros watch, because there's an option called like fitness test or something like that. I did it a number of years ago. So I wanted to do it again to see where I was at, to see how well things have progressed or have regressed. Because one of the things that I have noticed is I have regressed in my training. I've gotten so slow. I'm like, this is frustrating, right? Like I have this channel and I've been really good. Like I put in a lot of miles in those early days when I was starting this channel. But over the years, it's kind of died off and it's gotten less and less and less. And now I'm holding the line. I'm holding the line. And now I thought I would experiment to see exactly what it takes to go from like just holding the line to actually shooting up and improving. That's one of the things that I've been kind of thinking about and trying to put into practice. Like the other week, I was out. I did 4 runs last week, not this week, but last week. I I got 4, which was fantastic because that hasn't happened in a long time. This week I only got 2 again, but I know I can get 2 in every week. I know that for a fact, but it's just trying to get at least another 2. I'd like 3. I'd like 5 days a week. That's the number I'm most happiest with, but not every run can be like that. So it is what it is, and there's not much I can do about it. So it is what it is, right? I don't know if Fred's still here or if Julie's still here. How's your running going, guys? It's always good to know. I know how Philip's doing. Corey, how are things being with you? Who else do we got in here? Sophia, how you doing? So yeah, this weather has kind of put a little bit of a damper on some of the longer runs I wanted to go out. Ideally, I wanted to head out for an hour and a half today. That was one of the things that I have been hoping to do, is on Sundays go out longer and longer, because I did an hour and a half the other week, but this kind of threw it in. I got a 10K in, which 6 miles, not bad. Pretty happy with it. All right, Julie, I did my first backyard ultra last year and loved it. Doing another in March. Where did you do it? That would be awesome. Fred, you're not too old. Come on. We're young, man. We're young. We're just young chickens. It's all good. So I wonder what else I can do with Sherwood Pines in North Island, England. Oh, sweet. So I guess you can kind of like, is it someone's back? Like, is it on someone's private land where they do it? Like, is the race director the owner of the land, or do they have to find some other place to host it? Because one of the things that I looked at, because I thought about starting my own race series somewhere, like a trail runner or something, but the insurance that it costs, it's crazy expensive just to figure out like the logistics of putting on a race. And then you need your volunteers, because that's, without volunteers, your race wouldn't happen. So organizing these things, it takes so much. It's crazy, but this is what it is, right? Now I wonder what I can do. I'm on this phone, and there's like buttons kind of down on the side. I know that turns around, so that's the weather. Okay, hold on. That's the snow on the roof. See that? Right, there's the duck. Anyways, crazy. Let me put this back down. Hopefully I can balance it out. I'll turn it around. Okay, what else can I do here? There's another button. Oh, apparently I can change things out on this thing. I can make it so I'm underwater and do all kinds of like, there's lenses that I can do on here. Yeah, we're not going to do any of those. What else can I do? There's stickers. Oh, wait, there's a poll or Q&A. I could ask a question and put it on the screen. Oh, is that cool? I'll try this. Where are you all from? Let's see what happens here. Where are you all from? Done. Start Q&A. No, I have no idea. I have this thing on the screen, and I don't know how to get rid of it now. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I got to drag it there, and then it ends. Drag it to end. Okay. So that's kind of interesting. What else can I do on this? We can click that. And then that makes, oh, there's a retouch thing on this. I got some other options here. I got a green screen. I don't know. Oh, how do I turn? How do I turn off green screen? I don't want that. That's, wait, how do I, off. That was crazy. Oh, wait a minute. I can do the outside. Hold on. This is what I was driving in yesterday. That's what the road looked like. Okay, that I've always wondered how people did these. So this, you can stand there and you're outside, and I was driving over here. Okay, that's kind of crazy. And then this is the road. This is where the accident was. There was an accident on this highway because it's just all snow covered. Okay. So sorry, I'm just trying, this is all new, right? So I'm just trying things out. So, okay, let's just be, oh, how do I get rid of that? Hold on. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, what's this? I got another option, lighting on. Apparently I can turn lighting on. Wait, that change anything? Not really. Anyways, all right, so here, let me just end that thing. Anyways, that was kind of cool. Look, all these options are on my screen, and I didn't know what any of these have done. These are all new because I haven't seen any of these since I last did a live stream. Okay, Real Doug, days with ice and my bike trainer is still better than any day on the treadmill. The treadmill, yes. Slight variation when I flip the switch. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm sitting right in front of the window, so I'm getting all the natural light coming in. So it works out pretty well. So it's kind of nice. Hey, I wanted to say thank you. Okay. I don't know if I say thank you enough, but for all of you, you guys have been here for so many years, and you show up when when I least expect it. Like, I thought I'd hop on today and nobody would be here. But seriously, you guys are like, I can't say thank you enough, right? I love doing these lives, right? Because, so many times, I make a video. Like, I made a video the other day, okay, prime example. And for some reason, it released it on Wednesday. And it wasn't supposed to go out on Wednesday. It's supposed to go out on Thursday. And I thought, oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? Because the video that I made wasn't even complete. I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't like that video. I want to remove it. So I removed it. I deleted it. But YouTube didn't delete it. So then I got stuck with this video that went live. It had like a whole bunch of views. And I'm like, but it's not the completed one. I got another 4 hours of work was put into the video. And then I released it the next day, and it has like, it didn't do very well. And I don't know, it's so frustrating in so many ways because I couldn't change it. And YouTube does these weird things. And anyways, it is what it is. It's the challenges of YouTube and trying to make videos that I'm proud of, because I don't want to put content out that's not good. I want to make sure that I put something out that, first off, you want to see. 1, you can be entertained. 3, that you can learn something new. 4, maybe you're motivated to do something, right? Those are the things I like to do. And going through the videos on my channel, like, okay, I'm gonna be making a video on this, okay? But you're gonna get the inside scoop because you're watching. So let me bring up, because I was digging into some of my top content. And I haven't even quite completed it yet. But I think as it's turning out, some of my best videos are on, is it my listicle? No. It's funny. Which one? Okay, so some of and it's hard because I can't even show you. Or maybe I can. Hold on a second. Let me flip this camera around. Oops. I don't know if you can see. But these titles of these videos right? These are all the ones that I published this year. And I got the views in there, all right? These are just some of the numbers. It'll all make sense when I put it together. But what I showed you there, those videos are like personal videos, like my thoughts in a lot of way. Like some of them were, I didn't listen to my wife, I stopped running. I don't want to die. Running can change your life. Most runners don't understand this. What nobody tells you about building your running endurance. Is running really worth it or just the hype? I didn't quit running because of this. Wait a second. I didn't quit running because of this book. Now I'm faster, right? These are some of the things like, is running really worth it? And so insane Maffetone running results on the treadmill versus outside. Like these ones did extremely well. And then if I go into like all of the videos I make about heart rate training, those are clearly like ones that you guys want to watch. And so, I'm looking at these. I mean, even with videos with the word slow in the title does extremely well. And then some of the videos, like anything to do with slow Maffetone training, any of these that have that in, they get upwards to like about 10, anywhere from like 9,000 views from last year, 3,000 views. Personal journey and motivation get kind of on average around 2,500 views. Running benefits, they were kind of like anywhere from like 5 to 2,500 views. Endurance and speed, again, 4,000 to around 2,000. And then others that are kind of niche or gear or short form. And some of those are like how to. Some of those, we're getting around 2,500. So not as much as I was getting a number of years ago. I don't know, we're out of all of those dark times back then. And, everyone's busy doing all kinds of other things, right? So, but I wanted to share this with you because I think I missed last year and the year before. I wasn't in the headspace to do it, but I want to do one this year and show you kind of where the channel is because again, you guys are the ones that watch the video. You're the ones who come and you guys leave comments, and it really inspires me, it motivates me, it wants me to, continue to do what I do, and it makes me really happy that people show up and they watch and they comment. And I have to get better at replying to everybody. Sometimes I just get overwhelmed and it's like, oh, I got to get back to that person. I got to get back to that person. And then before you know it, 2 more videos have come out and I've forgotten to get back to everybody because this just life gets busy. So I have to get better at that because you guys invest your time to watch and you invest your time to comment. And that to me is important, right? Anyone that likes videos, anyone that subscribes, anyone that watches it to the end, like these things, most people don't understand how much that helps. And then there's this new option. Have you guys seen it? It's called Hype, where you can hype up a video. So if you're watching my video, I think kind of across the bottom, I think there's something that you can slide and then you can press hype. And we get, as content creators, we get points. And then the more points you get, the more YouTube goes, oh, we need to kind of push this out a little bit more. There's so many different things. I don't know if it works or if it doesn't, but sometimes people say do it. I don't know. But if I think I have that option. Again, don't know if everybody else does. Corey's like, no, thank you. I think we all need the break. Yeah, I agree. Running Fred, David, what a polite way of saying some of us later linger like a bad smell. Come on, Fred. Come on. You guys rock. Philip's like, I saw the Wednesday video. Unexpected. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to go out. It wasn't supposed to happen. Which other, okay, here's a good one. Okay, so which other YouTube running influencers do you watch? I regularly watch Philly, Steve, Frederick, and sometimes I don't know how to pronounce his name. I know he's a Swedish guy, and Kafuzi for the shoe reviews. So, okay, let me look. Kafuzi, the Swedish dude, Frederick, Steve. Okay, I don't know Steve. I don't know Frederick. I've seen Philly a couple of times. Kafuzi I have. Yeah, so Kafuzi I used to watch. I used to watch quite a few. Actually, I used to watch a guy named, what was his name? Seth James Demore. He's one of the guys that I used to watch. I guess he was filming like Western states, so I saw a couple of videos like that. And then during lockdown and stuff, I was kind of watching at that time as well. And then he disappeared. He kind of, I don't know where he went. I guess he took time off, and then I don't know what happened. But he's kind of slowly kind of come back. He's got a lot of kids and stuff, so I guess it's hard to make the videos, and I understand that. I'm trying to think. Messy Happy. So Ben and his wife. I've seen a number of their videos because they're UK. They're from the UK, and they're over in Thailand, and they've decided to make the jump and do this full time. That is very difficult, but he's got a coaching background that he can draw upon. So he's training people and stuff like that. So they're able to kind of do that switch, which works out really well for them. For me for me to make this a full-time gig, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. And I trust me, I have tried to do so many things in the videos to kind of say, hey, I've studied so much. I have spent money on YouTube education. I've done all the things that they suggest. And to be quite honest, I'm just being me. And the more that I am me, the better the videos do. So a lot of the stuff that I've learned, I'm like, yeah, enough. I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to speak to truth, so to speak. And if people like it, they will like it. They'll subscribe, they'll comment, they'll watch it to the end. The more watch time, the more that people watch the video, because on average, people watch my videos somewhere around the third, like all the way from beginning to end, they watch about 32, 33%. There's some that get like 65%, some that get 43%. But the more watch time that the content creators get on their video. So if I make a 15 or 20-minute video and people watch the majority of it, YouTube goes, wait a minute, that's really good. That's a good signal. We're going to push that out to more. And what they do is, not all of you get notified when I post out a video, right? Even though you press subscribe and you hit the bell and all that, you don't always get to see that, because if, let's say, you stop watching my videos, YouTube goes, oh, you're not interested in that anymore. And then it doesn't kind of recommend it anymore. And so then it kind of goes into this dark space, and then it disappears. But when people kind of click on it and then they start watching the video and they watch to the end, YouTube goes, wow, okay, they really like that. So these are just like little signals. And then what they do is, and when I first put out a video, it'll send it out, it'll notify, like, let's give you an example, 10,000 people. Or actually, no, I don't even have 10,000 yet. So let's say 5,000. Out of 5,000 people, let's say it promotes my video to 500 people. And if those 500 people, like of my subscribers or people that have watched my video, if they look at the video and they watch like a long majority of the video, the more that they watch, the better it is. YouTube goes, that's a key indicator that this person likes this. And so if my click-through rate, meaning the amount of impressions that is put out and the amount of times that people click on the video, is a high number, if it's around 10 or 11 or 12% in the first couple of hours, YouTube goes, wait a minute, this is a good video. We're going to take this and we're going to send it out from this amount of people, and when we're going to send it out to this amount. And then if it happens again, then they send it out to another group of people, and then another group of people. And if it keeps going, it starts to do this. And I've had a couple of videos do that, but I don't know how to make it do it all the time. Like, honestly, it surprises me when a video, like I have one video that's going, like, it was over a year ago. I did it in December of 2024. And I just probably in the last, I think since August of last year, it started to just gain momentum, and it's going and going. Not crazy amount, but it still goes. So it's interesting how this whole system works. And it's kind of like running, right? Because I look at this and I'm like, well, okay, so I'm dealing with YouTube, but how does this correlate to my running? How does that work? And the thing is you can't hack your way out of your situation. You have to work on it. You have to get better at it. You have to have the consistency. You have to have discipline. You have to be able to eat right. You have to be able to sleep right. You have to reduce your stress. Like, all these things you have to do to become a better runner. It's the same thing with YouTube, but with different things, right? I have to first off come up with a great title, right, for a video. And then once I come up with the title, or actually a thumbnail that you're interested in seeing, so you got your thumbnail, you got your title, and then after that, you've got the first 10 seconds of the video, then it's the first 30 seconds, then it's the next minute of the video, and all these indicators all contribute, just like running, with all these things that you need to do. It's this constant evolution, I guess, or just the rules of the game, right? Once we learn how the rules are, this is what we operate on. So anyways, it's just a little bit of kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what you like. I'm pointing to my computer screen. So what you like, what you don't like, and trying to find little indicators of things that help me help you make content that you're interested in, you want to watch. So I'm looking, ideally what I want is I want to have 4 buckets, right? 4 buckets. One of the buckets could be slow running, Maffetone method. Number 2 could be like my personal journey of running. Another one could be how-to videos. And then another one could be motivational or running tips or something like that. But ideally I want to have 4 different buckets. And that way I'm kind of rotating them on, because I think what's happening is I'm cannibalizing the videos that I make. So I make a video on slow running, and then, a couple of days later, I'm like, okay, that video did really well. Okay, can I talk about that video in a different way that still my core audience, you guys, like to watch, but then is there something that new viewers would like to watch? Because there's a balance between new subscribers and my current subscribers. So I'm trying to keep a balance for everybody, because that's another indication of whether or not a video does well. It's so confusing in so many ways, but these are just things that I learn, and as I go, it is what it is. Okay, so let's get back to some questions. Wait a second. Where are we here? Running tubers. Hold on, there's a few came in. Ben is running. That's another one. Bigger than running. And then Besser. I think I know of Ben is running. I think I've seen him once in a while. I'm not 100% sure. The Great 772, your videos are great. I thank you for being part of my YouTube rotation. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, what do we have? Philip says, Steve has a lot of coaching and training specific videos, and Frederick does running mechanics. Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to check these guys out. I guess that one of the reasons why I probably don't watch a lot of YouTube runners is because I don't want it to necessarily influence what I do, right? I want my ideas. I want my ideas to be my ideas that get out there. I don't want to make videos that other people are doing, if you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to be different because that's one of the things that I need to do is to stand out from other YouTubers, right? So it's one of the things that I always wear this hat, or one of my three hats that I wear. And I've got those sunglasses, those orange sunglasses that I wear because, again, it's something that it's recognizable. It's like Casey Neistat when he wears his glasses, right? It's just part of his channel, and so it's just something that I've tried to come up with is okay. Well, what can I do that shows that comes off on a thumbnail. When you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that's Dave. Okay, I'm gonna watch. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. Julie, I have to go now. Take my phone call. Good to see you, David. Keep being you. I will. Thanks, Julie. I appreciate that. Running Fred. David, have you noticed the trend from zone to running is brisk walking for fat loss? No, I haven't. But that's interesting. I may make a video on that because I've seen a lot of Tai Chi walking. I've seen a lot of ads for that. I don't know. It's just kind of come through because everybody gets shown different ads, right? But that seems to be the ads that I get served. So one of the things is I've thought about doing Tai Chi because I know a little bit about Tai Chi and the whole, kind of tying it all together. So that's something that I've been thinking about. But I know it can be a scam, but Tai Chi does it. It's not a bad thing, but the ads are very, very scammy, if you know what I mean. So it's weird when you put it all together. But anyways, it is what it is. So again, it's just more, these are just ideas that I kind of throw into a spreadsheet and I'm like, okay, which things can I incorporate? What can I put in? Because look, there's only so many ways that I can talk about running slow. There's only so many things I can talk about running slow. No, it won't give me a six-pack ab. Absolutely will not. It will not do that at all. I know what will give you a six-pack ab, and I'm going to be nowhere near that. I've got too much to lose, and I don't want a six-pack ab, to be quite honest. Okay, so what else do I want to share? Let me just hop onto my computer here. Just trying to think. Let me go back here. So one of the things I thought about also incorporating is some of my plant-powered recipes that I have. One of them is a chili that I make. I'm actually, once I get off this live, I'll be making chili. And I don't use meat. I use a product called corn, and it starts with a Q, Quorn. And it's a meat substitute. It's pretty cool. And they have all kinds of different products. And I think an Australian company bought out, I think it started in the UK. An Australian company bought them out. They make it in the US. I used to go down and buy certain things in the US, but I can get a lot of the stuff here now at the British store. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the US for a very long time, with everything kind of going on. It's insane. But I will, but yeah, I'm able to buy the product. It comes to our British stores. And because we've pretty much got a British store in a lot of the bigger towns around us. So I've been able to convince them to start bringing it in so I don't have to drive so far. So anyways, I'm going to be making a little bit of chili. And then some of the recipes else that I have, which is kind of cool. Corey's like, yeah, if I made a Tai Chi video, I would watch. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Now here's something. I was wondering, okay, so I can make, like, I wouldn't mind hanging out, making chili, and kind of doing a live stream as I make chili as I go, and just kind of have like a, I don't know, a conversation kind of back and forth. I don't know if that's something anyone's interested in. It's been a year since I've done a live video, and before that, it was 3 years since I had done a live. And yeah, I was sitting here, or I was sitting down last night working on a video, and I absolutely hated it. And I'm like, I've worked on this thing for about 6 hours now, and I don't like the video at all. It was awful. I couldn't tie it together. I didn't have a great storyline. It didn't matter what I did. I didn't like it. So, and I didn't think anyone would learn anything from it or be entertained. I didn't think anyone would get anything from it. So I'm like, I'm scrapping it. I'm done. And then I thought, you know what? Why don't I go live today and then do a live? Because I haven't done one in a long time. And I've seen a lot of people doing lives, and I thought, why don't I kind of go back to that? Because I used to post a video out on Sunday at like 9:30 or so Eastern Standard Time, and then at 1 o'clock I used to do a live video on this a couple of hours later. And I kind of stopped doing that because I noticed that it started to cannibalize the video. Like it's like they're watching one, but then they couldn't watch the other. And so, anyways, I think that's one of the reasons, but is what it is. Corey's like, yeah, don't count out yoga and Pilates. Yeah, maybe I could do that as well. I'll hang out a bit. I'm making some coffee and then popping my cinnamon rolls in it. Oh, don't even tell me that you got cinnamon buns. I love cinnamon buns. Oh, okay, this is another thing. And I do need to do a video on this. And I don't know if you guys saw one of the videos that came out in the last month or so, but there was one section in the video where it said bread, 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 bread. It kind of popped up a few times. I don't know what's happened to me, but it's been so brutal eating so many carbs. And it's counterproductive for me right now. And, it doesn't matter how much I work out. It doesn't matter how much, well, actually, it does matter how much carbs I eat, but it doesn't matter how much running I do. It still lingers. And as the older you get, it lingers and it lingers. And I'm like, I got to get rid of this. This is driving me crazy. So since I've been in the gym, it's been better, lifting weights, getting stronger. And one of the things that my chiropractor had mentioned to me, she goes, you know what, David? Since I started seeing you when you were broken in 2021, and I was broken pretty bad, like I was a mess. That's when I got injured. It was after my ultra that I ran, and it took me forever to kind of recover, but I did. But I was in there the other day dealing with this, and I was getting this thing called shockwave therapy. And I'll tell you, they put this, I don't know, this pen, and they move it around just like you get an ultrasound, but they move it around, and they held it on all different parts of the arm where it's sore, and it's making this like little clicking noise, like a little banging noise, and they're sending shock waves in. Look it up. It's kind of cool. It has helped with the inflammation so much that I can do so much with this arm now. Like bending it, that's better. Bending it right about there, I can feel it. But and then it hurts. Then it kind of hurts kind of right there. But it's gotten so much better because I've been able to do that. So anyways, it's been good. I'm pretty happy with it. Runner 6731, wondering if you or anyone else has investigated Galloway running, walk, run. I'm almost 70 and it's extended my running by years. Made it more enjoyable and I am faster. I know, crazy to believe. It's so true. It is so true. Here's the thing. there are so many people that discount walking because we have this ego that feeds, and it's like, I need to run. And it's like, I want to run and I'm going to continue to run. And they never give themselves that chance or that opportunity to walk. I started my running career. When I started to run, when I was like 100 pounds overweight and everything else, I actually started walking. I walked my way to running a marathon in a way. And because I woke up one morning when I was going through this whole process of just walking slow, and I walked a marathon, right? I didn't plan on walking a marathon. I didn't even have water with me, and it was August. I went out with my dog, and I'm like, I'm going to go walk my dog. And then I'm like, wow, I've walked all the way over here. This is like 20 some odd kilometers I've walked. Well, I may as well just kind of continue and I'll just walk a marathon. I walked a marathon, and it was, what was it, 6 hours and something like that. I was starting to get delirious. I got home, my feet hurt, like every single rock that I stepped on hurt. My poor dog was drinking from rivers and streams. I honestly started to lose, like I just wanted to walk up to someone's house in the country and say, hey, can I get a glass of water? Because I was done. I was so done. I was so tired, so exhausted. But I walked a marathon. But after that, I'm like, I have to start running. If I start running, things will go much faster and I won't be out here suffering as long. So I started to properly train for my first marathon. I started off with the 10K, worked my way up, and I eventually did. And then I ran another one. And, so it's funny. So never ever discount walking for sure. Fred's like, yeah, Jeff Galloway is brilliant and his methods work. Yes, 100%. Runner 6731. So true. Jeff is a good friend of mine. It's amazing. Oh, no way. Really? That's awesome. Yeah, you let him know that we think he's a good guy. Both Coach Perry and Lee Graham are big proponents of walk breaks to bring your heart rate back to zone 2. I'm not too sure who those two people are, but one thing that I have done is when I ran my half marathon a number of years ago, there was this big, huge hill, like crazy. It was huge. And as I was kind of running down to the bottom of it, and I started looking up, and I'm like, it's kind of when I had my dog, so I think it was like 2022, and I started to walk. I stopped running and I started walking up this hill, and I was looking behind me, going, "Wow, there's a lot of people here." And then I'm like, "There's going to be a lot of people that are going to pass me." And in my head, I'm like, "Don't run." Don't run. You haven't been running, so don't even think about running up this hill. You are going to suffer if you do. And I had to talk myself out of running up this hill. But hundreds of people were passing me. It was so embarrassing because the hill was so long and everyone was gone. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to end up in last place if I keep going this way. But what happened was I got to the top and I was just walking, power walking up. And then I continued on my way and I started running. And then when I noticed, because I guess the next half, I started to pass all of the people that had walked by me. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. Everyone's dying off right now. And here I am. I walked that hill and now I'm running. And now I'm passing everybody because they're forced to slow down. They can't run as they're all tired. They're exhausted. And I was able to go by. And it felt good that I listened to what worked for me in the past. So it's just one of those enjoyable things, right? Hey, Martin. Hello. Whereabouts are you from? I'm going to look up this Coach Perry and Lee Grantham. Not too sure who they are. So it's so funny, eh? Like we in the running community, we have all these different YouTubers from different places that kind of come out. I'm just trying to think who else I watch. At one point in time, YouTube showed me in my back end system, showed me who my audience watches, who else they watch. And but I think about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it just stopped reporting. It doesn't show anymore. But then on my other YouTube channel, the one where I do a lot of driving and walking and visiting towns and kind of talking a lot about like travel and stuff, that one there for a period of time showed me all kinds of other channels that those people watched. But then it also disappeared. So I realized that I have to get a certain amount of viewers watching my videos because otherwise YouTube doesn't have enough to figure out these things. So anyways, obviously my views have kind of dropped off over the years. So that's something that I'm just trying to fix, right? I'm just trying to come up with other topics. Lindsay Perry is a South African running coach. Coach Perry is South African. Okay. I'll have to watch. Okay, so who else? Yeah, so Philly, I've seen a number of her videos. I think she got injured and then she's making a comeback. Who else? Ben Parks. I think, Ben Parks was another guy I watched a number of years ago. He's from the UK. I think he's from just outside London. Who else? Yeah, I have a lot of, well, real estate is one that I see a lot of. Van life. I have a lot of van life content that comes my way. I have a lot of, okay, so I have some running, travel, obviously a lot of kind of travel comes that I watch. So travel, a little bit of running, van life. I've watched a lot of political videos, and I don't know if that's so good for the brain. So I've been trying to limit how much I watch because it's so toxic. There's just so much negativity. It's been hard to kind of keep up with what's going on, and I don't really like it. I mean, just the titles and the headlines like that come out, and then I just want to know. Maybe I need to make videos like that people just want to watch it so badly they'll click on it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's been kind of rough. So what else am I doing here? Just on my computer looking. Okay, what else? Hard session. Long game. Community check-ins. I'm doing a community check-in right now with all you guys. I don't know. It's interesting, right? What we're interested in watching. As an ultra runner, walking is part of my training and racing. Not many people run 100 miles nonstop. 100%, right? Like when I ran my 50 miler, I wasn't running the whole time. Like I'm walking, I'm power hiking. Like, you're doing the thing. And it was fantastic. Like I was able to keep my heart rate like really low. Like I think my average was 136 beats a minute, for 50 miles. So 80K is a long way to be able to keep that low heart rate. But I did. But I'll tell you, when I finished, it was insane. I was like, people in my head, I'm like, people do this again. Do the whole thing. Like that's 100 miles. How on earth? Like I'm broke. Like I am so broken right now. I couldn't even run. Like I would be walking the remainder of it. Like it was just that hard. I had so much elevation. The course that I designed, it's just down the street from my house. And it was difficult. It wasn't an easy thing to do. I honestly, I watch that video from time to time just to kind of get motivated again. I'm like, did I really do that? Corey is like, I watch a lot of travel, retirement planning, workout, self-help. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Self-help. That's something else. I started another channel because a lot of people have, have said that I'm motivational and, stuff like that. And I'm like, well, how can I make, because I've done a lot of speaking engagements outside of my YouTube channel of just making content. And I've used that for a lot of self-help for people. And so people have said, hey, do you have any other videos on that? And I thought, oh, I don't. But I launched a channel about a year ago, maybe about a year ago. And there's only one or two or maybe even three videos on it. But I haven't really done anything on it. But I thought that could be something that I could give self-help. I could do motivational stuff and I can put my content there. And then, because this is a running channel that I do, right? And you can't throw too much of that. Like you can't even put that on here because no one will watch, right? They come here for the things that they're interested in knowing about running. And that's what I try to keep it to. I try to weave in a story with motivation, with a little bit of self-help, with running, a little bit of the philosophy stuff, kind of like just to kind of tie it all together. So I try to do that so it kind of makes a cohesive story. I do that here. But on my other channel that I was just talking about, I'm trying to figure out ways I can just do that and just post that stuff over there. So if you want good independent media for politics, I recommend Mary Trump Media, The Left Hook, Daniel, Charlie Angus, Rachel Gilmore. Oh, really? These are some cool ones. I do listen to Mary Trump. I listen to her. Left Hook, I listen to. There's another one I listen to. It's called I've Had It. Fair and Balance. He's another guy that I Midas Touch. And I think there's like two more. Like there's two other Canadians that I listen to. Corey, it might be different in Canada, but in the US, you watch 10 liberal videos, no recommendations. You watch one conservative video and you get more shoved at. Yep, I can see that. Wendover. Oh, Wendover Productions is awesome. I love that one. I also have seen one called The Invisible Hand, and Johnny Harris is another one that I've watched. Who else? I'm trying to remember. Hold on a second, which other one that you mentioned here? Okay, yeah, you talked about Johnny Harris as well. Yeah. And Todd Maffin is Canadian and he's great too. Yeah, I've seen his videos as well. He is good. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like there's so many, but you only end up seeing so little, right? You kind of get kind of shoved in your little bubble. And one of the things where I get a lot of my news is ground news, right? You've probably seen that out there. So I like watching it because you can see where, if it's like left or right or center, who owns the network. It shows you like the gap, who's speaking about what, and it's really cool. So I've been talking to a lot of my friends in the US and they've been watching it. They said it really helps like cut through all of the crap and get to some real good information. So it's something that I've done as well. So it's been really cool. So okay, here's a question for you. How is the sound of the video? Does it sound okay, or does it sound tinny, or does it sound echoey? I don't know, right? So because I had a microphone that I was going to use, but last time I used it, people said they couldn't hear me very well. So I don't know. I don't know how it sounds. Oh, Peter is amazing, right? I love his videos. Peter Santinello, yeah, he travels and he talks. He goes to so many different places, and he just finds himself talking to people, and it's really cool. I love his stuff. A bit echoey, but the level is good. Okay, that's good to know. I need to figure out. I'm in our spare bedroom, and we've got these kind of stuffed animals. I mean, this is just one. I mean, this, I guess my daughter's, when she was younger, she had all these, but I've got another guy here. Right? So these have been in the corner, and they've been kind of deflecting the sound from bouncing off the walls. Because I've seen people where they put these foam pads on the wall, and it stops the echo from bouncing off the walls. It's something that I've thought about doing, but my studio is really outside, right? That's where I go, or I'm down in the living room, and I kind of like that space. I don't like being stuck in a room. I don't like that at all. But I'm down here just because there's family downstairs, and they're doing stuff down there that obviously I couldn't, I need to kind of weed out. I need a little bit more of a quiet space when I go live, right? So it's one of those things that I need to do. But yeah. So, anyways, that's a little bit about that. I don't know what I'm going to do with these guys. All right. What else are we doing here? Yeah. So I've got some things that I want to do with my running. Some things that I want to try out. And one of them is, I think I mentioned earlier on, is I want to do that fitness test on my watch, but I also want to figure out, in our watch, like whether you're using Garmin or whether you're using Coros or whether you're using Strava, it has these time predictions, right? So it says, you can do a 10K in 40 minutes or 45 minutes or 50 minutes, whatever it is, right? And then it's got one, you can do a half marathon in, an hour and 50 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't know. Everyone's different. But with mine, I'm looking at what it's telling me, and I'm like, I don't know if I believe it. So I thought about coming up with a couple of videos where I challenge what my watch and what the data is telling me. And I'm like, I could do that. I could actually make a video to see if the watch prediction times are right. Because that's only me. Like, that's my time, right? What it's telling me, because your watch is obviously telling me something different. So that's something that I've been thinking about, right? I could challenge each one of the items with regards to its time. So the Coros fitness test is tough. It's not easy. I've done it once, and it does push you. It really does. It's nice that it pushes, but yeah, you gotta move. And the Coros predictions have been bang on for me. Okay, here we go. Let me take a look at what my predictions are in Coros right now. Again, I'll probably do a video on this, but not everyone's going to watch to the end of this live. So for the 10 people watching, which is right now, you'll know. So let's see what it tells me. I'll show you. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you. Race prediction times. All right, hold on. Let's go here. Those are my race prediction times. So 5K, it says that I can do it in 23:26 with an average pace of 4:41 per K. 10K, 48:48, which is 4:53. Half marathon, an hour and 50, which is 5:15. And a marathon at 3:58, 5:39. Now, let me give you my thoughts on that. Now, what do I think about that? First off, what do I think about the 5K? I don't think I could do that. Just saying. 10K in 48:48, that ain't happening either. Half marathon, an hour 50. Possible. And a marathon in 3:58. Maybe. At my fitness level right now, do I think I could do those numbers? I think the only one out of all of that would probably be a half marathon. That's where I stand right now. But if I test myself, if I put it all out there, could I do it? I don't know. I need to do that Coros fitness test first to actually see if I could hit those numbers. Because if I could hit those numbers, that'd be a kind of a cool video I could make, right? Philip says, you're definitely faster than me. I don't know if I could hit those numbers. I honestly, I don't know. It's funny because if I look, it says that my training is optimized. Hold on. Let me just switch the camera around. Oops, hold on. Right, it says that I'm optimized. There's my 10K today. Let me show you that. This was today's run. Okay. So let me throw some things down here. Let's show down, what's my heart rate? My heart rate pretty much was pretty steady on that one. Okay, hold on. Let me go up here. Let me just, instead of going up, I like to break it up into 5Ks. There we go. That's interesting. And that's in this stuff. That's in this. Yeah, so that was some running times in this crazy weather. Now, it's interesting because when this weather breaks and I can actually see the road and actually run on pavement or concrete instead of snow and ice, it'll be very interesting to actually see how that all breaks out. Philip says, what do we say? They can do a 5K in 26 minutes, 10K in 56 minutes, a marathon in 2 hours and 7, and a marathon in 4:34. Try it and see what happens. Frack, bro, check out the global runner. He's 51 and just did a 70-minute half marathon. Not many followers, deserves more. Oh, maybe I'll check him out. It's always nice to see what other people are doing as well. Again, I never want my videos to become what other people are doing. I always want them to be different. I always want them to be, I don't know, my own. I never want, you know what I'm saying, right? Like I just want it to, sure they can inspire you, but you don't want to make the same video that they've made. It's hard because with a lot of running videos, you can only make certain videos the same way so many times, and then eventually it gets boring. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll certainly check him out. I'll see what he's all about. But yeah, so I don't know about you guys, but I think what we're going to do is going to wrap it up here. We've been going for, God, 80 minutes now, an hour and 20 minutes. That's crazy. It's probably the longest one I've done in a while. But listen, I want to say thanks. Really appreciate it. Videos next week will come out again, one on Thursday and one on Sunday. So like I always say, get out and explore, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of you. And until next time, have fun, get out, treat people with love, kindness, and honesty, and get out and run. See ya. Now I gotta figure out how to end this thing.